Hey guys, it's Vivid here, back with another video. Today I'm focusing on anticipation and awareness for this tips and tricks, or whatever I want to call this, for Fortnite's basic guides. So, yeah, whenever you are playing a public match of Fortnite, always be cautious of the storm. Don't find yourself having to rush to the next safe zone and hoping you don't die. And pay attention to the timer and minimap so you know how much time is left till the next safe zone and where you need to go. I know this is very simple, very straightforward, and lots of people give this tip all the time, but I just want to point it out there. Just want to just keep this be a simple focus for the video. So yeah, but it's not what the video is all about, so just keep listening. Also, it's very important to use headphones or a headset so that you can hear audio cues far better and have better awareness of sound. So this is going to be very important whenever you're playing video games. I kid you not. So we're here in a game. This is pretty much the end game. I'm in a safe box in one of the final circles. So once the storm closes in and the next safe zone appears, notice that I walk out and start running towards it right away. I know there aren't any players around me because I used the pyramid trick to pretty much get a eagle's eye view of the landscape around me. When you're rotating the next zone, don't be surprised when you're contested by an enemy. Yeah, over here I take some shots, but that's completely fine because I just stay calm. I'm just building walls, and I'm just moving in. So once I know I'm in the safe zone, I know I'm in the clear, and I start healing myself back up. Now, if you didn't notice earlier, there was a sniper shot happening during the firing of the turret. It wasn't from the enemy straight in front of me, but it was actually behind me near the storm. So as I'm healing, I'm also trying to scout for the enemy that took this shot. And I would have never spotted the enemy if I didn't pay close attention to the sound. So I'm shifting my focus to finding the other enemy. So I build a wall to cover myself from any future shot, and I'm rotating my ramp to try and give myself a better position when I'm trying to shoot the enemy coming from the storm. So once I find the enemy, I pull out my strongest weapon, the RPG. Always pull out your strongest weapon whenever you're trying to deal the first initial damage. Once I hit the ground, I'm instantly building. I'm trying to block any retaliation that the player has against me. Now, once I secured the kill, I notice that the enemy player is above. It's not only because I also see the huge ramp hanging above me, but also because I'm paying close attention to the sounds of the footsteps. So if you played this game for quite a bit, you would have at least known that the footsteps on wood are different from the footsteps on grass. So that's when I know that the player is not just walking around on the ground as well. The player is actually above. So right here, I take cover right away. And I'm not only just using a flat piece, I'm also using my pyramids so that I have 2 layers of protection instead of 1. And that is so ideal in a game where bullets can somehow just fly through walls. So yeah, make sure to use all your building pieces when you can. So now that I've taken cover, I'm also in like a really scary situation because the guy has another turret. At this point, once I hear the sound, I instantly edit out. I don't waste any time. I don't wait. I don't try to just hold my build button and just hope that the guy just stops shooting it, because that's not going to happen. I just get myself out of the view of the turret, and again I take out my strong weapon, again my trusty RPG, and I just break the turret. As simple as that. I just we take the high ground and then just play it from there. I just take it slow. And although I'm not really trying my best at this point, I know I have it in the bag. I just play it safe, and I just finish the guy off with another RPG shot. I know this game is just so simple, so why do I even bother talk about it or just even try to go anywhere in depth with it? And that's because when you fight, you really need very strong awareness and anticipation. So when you're playing this game, you are literally working to get one step ahead into taking high ground and winning the gunfights. That sounds so simple, but in my opinion, this is just one of the most underrated things ever. Every fight can be just compared to chess. You are literally working one step ahead of your enemy in order to win. It's one of the skills just so many players lack. I felt like I just needed to cover this because this just fits into one of the largest categories that every gamer pretty much calls game sense. Like, you really need to know this to actually become a decent player. You don't need to know all these fancy techniques or have like inhumane aim. Like, you don't need all that unnecessary things. You just need a good sense of awareness and being good at anticipating enemy moves. It's just way more important than knowing an excessive fortified ramp, in my opinion. So here's just like another example from another quick fight in Retail Row. I'll let you guys just watch for a short bit, then I'll just tell you a little bit into detail what just happened. So first, I just see an enemy, and I just want to push high ground right away. So instead of building and wasting materials plus time, I just use my grappler right away. I don't just land and build, just take note of that. I'm also trying to land the shot, trying to deal damage as I'm landing. I'm not just landing there just for high ground. I'm getting high ground so I can kill the player. There's a big difference. That's what I see so many people do. They can build and build and build, but what's the point of being 10 stories high if you aren't even killing the player at all? You're just delaying the game at that point. So once I get high ground, like, I don't do anything really crazy. I'm just trying to get closer to the enemy. I'm just paying attention to the enemy's movements, and I'm also just like anticipating where the enemy's going. As you can see here, I just see the enemy below me. I drop down. I have my shotgun ready. I'm trying to go for the shotgun shot. I actually couldn't get an opening because the guy actually built walls all around him, which is actually the right play for him. Smart. But also, I noticed that the guy placed a ramp when he was in his little box. And that's when I knew I had to build my own ramp, get above, and then anticipate for the edit, because that's what players naturally do. That's what you should expect. That's what I anticipated, and that's how I won a fight. That simple, that easy. Just, I didn't even do anything crazy. I didn't even do any ridiculous building techniques, and all honesty, that shot is probably the easiest shot anyone can hit, and it just takes just a simple thing as anticipation and awareness. I can't stress this enough. It's really what separates being a bot and being a decent player, and I gotta be real with people. There are so many bots in Fortnite, and there's just something about this that just people just don't seem to have. By that I mean it's the players that are just struggling with the game. It's something as simple as this. You don't need to know insane building techniques. Like, you only need to know basic building techniques to actually do a basic build fight. Like, and even with that, like, you can still get really far in the game. Maybe even win if you're smart enough to outplay the player. But like, you gotta have some sense of like awareness and anticipation, because that's how you literally fight in this game. You need to be able to track the player through builds, be able to know player location, be able to know what the player's doing. Sometimes you even know where you have to know where the player is looking sometimes, and that can mean the difference into winning a fight. It's not as simple as the old days. Oh, as in, oh, I have high ground. Oh, I have the first shot. No, it's not like that. It's an entirely different environment right now, where it's not just like who has the high ground or who has the stronger build technique, or it's not just that anymore. There's just another factor in play. People are getting better at anticipating plays, because the same plays are being used over and over and over again. But yeah, I'm gonna try and release another video soon. I don't know when exactly, but I just wanted to bring this video out there just to put out another important topic out of the way. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this short video. If you did, please leave a like. Comment down what you guys want to see down in future videos, or what you think about this video in your opinion. And don't forget to subscribe. I don't know if the video quality will be the best today, because I was playing around with some NVIDIA settings and I don't have the highest quality for recording videos set. I mean, the quality is decent enough to actually see and to actually know that it's Fortnite, but I feel like the quality could be improved just a little bit better. But anyways, yeah, catch you guys soon.